But how did you feel at the moment when you realized that, oh no, I've been scammed?
Okay, so I have a confession to make. Okay, at that point in time, I didn't have a lot of money to play with, in a sense, like I'm on a budget, and of course, it was COVID and business wasn't doing too well. And so I wanted to really start something during the COVID period lockdown. So the microphone thing, doing a podcast or even doing planting, everybody became marathon runners, cyclists during COVID just to get out of the house. So likewise with me, I was the same. I wanted to do planting and all sorts of things because it was crazy staying at home. But it never occurred to me that, to some degree that, that these people are also there. The scammers are all there. And I actually felt very angry. I felt very upset. I said, oh, for goodness sake, like $120. Firstly, I'm angry with myself. How stupid can I get? But then on the other hand, I'm trusting the fact that there should be delivery based on what was being said. 120 plus 70 is like $190 in total. It's quite a fair bit of money.
Where you're already, at that point, especially during COVID, struggling with money.
Exactly.
And you're hoping to buy something so you can make something out of it, right? I'm sure it's a frustrating feeling.
Yeah, now that you mentioned about buying things online, I bought something, I don't remember what, but definitely not 3 rubber worms.
Yeah.
And that was what arrived, and the good thing is that these online shops, they used to say, why are you not paying? Why should we not pay? And I took a picture of the 3 rubber worms and said, because this is not what I ordered. So, so my payment was not, didn't go through. So, so I didn't get scammed in that sense, But that's, I think they had a good system, where you have to prove how bad is the product, before they tell you we're not going to give you a refund. During COVID period, I didn't have much to be scammed off anyway,
So let's go back to that then. COVID, very vulnerable period. You started counseling people that went, that have been through scams. Why did you get into that? Were you counseling people even before you got scammed?
Yes, absolutely. So my target audience are women, marriage and youths. So even before this scamming type, right? Even for broken marriages, broken relationship, all this, it was very in your face when when they broke up or marriage broke down, all this stuff. That's okay. But when it comes to scamming part, is where they play on your emotions kind of thing. And then I discovered during COVID that they were also talking more because people need people. You see the interaction. So during that time, the scammers are really on the rise in terms of love scams. So then a few of my friends got actually scammed, in a sense, got their money sucked out by all these love scammers and all these things, to as much as $100,000, kind of thing. And what made me discover was the fact that, what's behind these emotions of being scammed. So some of my friends started talking to me, and then they said, at first they're like, they were depressed, they were upset, they were a bit, in a sense that they didn't want to say much. And then I started to say, what's the matter with you? Can I help you? So I started a platform for women, to say that, look, it's a closed group. You can share whatever you go through during this period in time. And so there were stories after stories after stories of women saying that, they had been scammed by men, wow, then they showed me some pictures like Pierce Brosnan, oh, for goodness sake, Pierce Brosnan will approach you on Messenger and say, I want to be your lover boy, kind of thing. So all this, and then they said that we were very lonely, we felt, so isolated through this lockdown. So that's where I started to counsel more and more women as they come forward. But of course, being a bit discreet and also at the same time, the confidentiality prevails.
Let's go back to the time that you got scammed. How did you sort of overcome that?
Okay. So one thing about me is don't get angry, get even.
Then you call them, hey, hello, give me back my money now.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes. So I noticed that I started to do research into all these Facebook ads, and I noticed that, I stand corrected, but quite a high percentage are all ads but fake ads. So they will steal other people's the videos and all these things. Then they will post things like a lot of comments, 300-400 comments kind of thing. And each comment you go in, you go like, what is the best product ever? Wow, my lashes grow so long, and I'm sucker for beauty products. So this
So
thing,
am I.
and it'll make you look good in 10 minutes on the same. And I started going into each comment, and I realized that what the scammers do is they set up Facebook fake accounts. So it'll be like, a picture of a woman and all this thing, but all they have is either change the profile picture, or they have no interaction, or they have like, a few pictures here and there just to appear as if they're legit, but they're all fake. So how could you have interacted in a sense?
Yeah.
Okay, the second thing that I look out for is I actually click on the link, then I look at the website address. And if the website address is not legit, doesn't match with what the company is supposed to be doing. For example, like there's one that says, they sell beauty products, right? But then on the website, it sells like car parts, decals, chairs, tables. Like, oh, okay. And you got like 200 reviews, but they're selling, car parts and decals. Something is, I mean, you don't have a garage in Singapore where like you're like, what do you call that? Pasar malam kind of.
Yeah. From what I understand is not everybody has that mental strength that you have, right? What about some of the people that have been scammed probably like $100,000? And sometimes I assume that could be someone's life savings. How do some of your, what I call them, people that come to see you, your clients, how do they come out of it?
Okay, so first and foremost, what I would do for them in a sense is, it's not really their fault per se. Okay, so why I say that is because, as you mentioned earlier, they are very sophisticated nowadays. They will take the time and trouble to build the relationship with you. So as women, right, when we are lonely or isolated, we tend to want to have human connection, somebody to tell us how beautiful we are, how are we, care, concern, all these things. So, and these scammers know exactly what to target. So that's the reason why I'm quite a big Facebook user, so I write a lot on Facebook and I relate some of the stories, is please do not share too much of your personal stuff on Facebook. So it's okay to share about your day and everything, but don't share things like your desires, for example, or things that you would like to achieve, or when I say achieve, as in like that things that will impact you emotionally, because that's how they pick up all these keywords, you see.
Right. Hey, no wonder I got a lot of scammers in my inbox. Yeah. All the hello, how are you? I have to delete all of them.
Exactly.
Go away, okay? I don't want to get married to you.
Yeah, so I've been given like position of princess lah, Datin lah,
right?
Just because my surname Ang is related to all these scammers.
Oh, I see. Just a moment, Carson. Would you ever be afraid or worried about your children being victim to some of these scammers, especially these men?
Men, no lah. Yeah, I'm the only man in the house now. Yeah.
Rolls eyes.
No, yeah,
but seriously, would you be afraid? Internet's a big world out there,
Yes, so I think education, right? I'll get my kids to meet up with you, and we can talk. I think schools are being more vigilant now, and we'll just talk more about it and recognize the different ways people are being scammed.
Yeah.
Right? And like I said in our story, if it looks too glam, it's probably a scam. What's really hurtful is like those love scams. It plays with so much of people's emotions.
Exactly.
It is scary. I think coming from a family unit, then we just have to make sure that we are all secure in that sense. You just want to ensure you plug up the holes as much as possible.
Yeah.
Incidentally, I had a conversation with a Grab driver yesterday. I said that a lot of young people, they long to be heard. They long to have conversations. And so we as adults are not giving them the time and space to do so. So they will. So what do? They put everything on Facebook. They tell the world how they feel. To curtail scammers from having to attack all these young people emotionally and scamming them, is to let them know that look, at the end of the day, if you don't provide the safe space for them, then along comes somebody who will give them a fixed, safe space to do so, and through there, right, they will then ask for anything they want.